The Changeling. Apollo finds himself drawn to Emma, a librarian, who ends up traveling to Brazil. When the couple reunite many months later after her trip, they dive headfirst into a romance, and Apollo promises to fulfill all of Emma's dreams and wishes. Apollo and Emma get married and welcome the birth of their son, Brian. However, the couple's happiness is tempered due to Emma's increasingly fragile postpartum state. After a horrific incident, Emma disappears and Apollo embarks on a desperate search for his missing wife. This horror and fantasy miniseries, released this past September 8th, 2023 on Apple TV, is an adaptation of Victor Lavalle's novel of the same name and has the participation in the main roles of Lakeith Stanfield as Apollo and Clark Bacco as Emma. This production consists of 8 episodes, with the last one to be released on October 13th. For us, who have seen the first 3 episodes, the story seemed at first somewhat confusing and messy, since it contains several elements that are presented to the viewer using that well-known format of showing events that take place in different years or decades that sometimes seem to have no connection or relation to the main plot. In our opinion, some of these elements presented gave us the impression of being unnecessary to be able to understand where the story is headed, especially as it develops more during the 3rd episode. Even so, we found the story intriguing, interesting, dramatic and entertaining enough to continue watching it and see how it ends. It is worth mentioning that so far this miniseries has not scared us at all, and rather gave us the feeling of watching a psychological thriller. Some TV critics who have already seen the miniseries in its entirety or have read the novel have negatively criticized this production, saying that it's not a good adaptation of the novel. We haven't read the novel, so we base our first impression of this miniseries on the 3 episodes we have watched. Among the production elements, we found both the cinematography and soundtrack to be decent, while the cast performances seemed good to us, especially those of the 2 main actors. In summary, this miniseries is shaping up, in our opinion, to be an acceptable and entertaining production to watch. That is why we tentatively give it a score of 3 stars out of 5. Until next time!